Good morning, guys, girls. Rob, along with Keith White.
Yeah,
We're going to talk about the NFL this morning. And
not
then,
long. I haven't been up very long. I've only been up about an hour. Right? I had a medication that made me tired last night, and I stayed up late anyway. So it was like 9:30 my time here, Central Standard Time, when I got up this morning. So
nothing wrong with
I
that.
probably look like an unmade bed, and I feel like, well,
So he's in pretty good shape.
yeah,
so he
yeah.
said. So he says
My
a
hair
chance.
done already, and
So he says there's a chance. A lot of good games. Thursday night's game, Bills 24 to 18. Bills did not cover. I didn't think they would, but I picked them to win. So all the way around, I said they'd win by less than 7.5. They won by 6. Took care of business. Today, Houston Texans at the Carolina Panthers. Texans are favored by 3. They get their wide receiver Robert Woods out. And Chenault Jr., Laviska Chenault Jr., he's a wide receiver for the Panthers. I don't know anything about him. Skill position, though, that always hurts. Man, I tell you what, I just think the Texans are more than 3 points better than the Panthers. Keith, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I like Houston to win that one.
I think it's going to actually be a blowout. I really do. I think this could be a 20-point game easily. And I'm picking it to actually be a 25-point game. And
now Robert Woods is Houston's number 1 receiver. He's their number 2 receiver. Nico Collins is their number 1 guy.
So they should be okay then. Rams at the Cowboys. That's an early game today. The Cowboys not accustomed to playing that noon start. They're going to get it today. Injury list is short there. So that just means both teams should have pretty much a full array of talent. Cowboys a 6-point favorite. I like them to barely cover here. I think the Rams will come with a reason and a purpose, but I'm picking them to. I picked the Cowboys to cover here.
Yeah, the Rams have played close in I think all their games. I don't remember them getting blown out at all this year. Let me look real quick. But yeah, they lost by 7, a loss by 9 to the Eagles. They lost by 7 to the 49ers. Dallas has only played 2 of their first 6 games at home, and they won both of those. So they're 2-2 on the road. Yeah, Dallas.
I think they cover 6 here. What do you think? I think safe play here is Dallas minus the 6.
Yeah, I mean their game against the what was it? Their 2 home games so far, they've outscored their opponents 68-13, 30-10 over the Jets, and 38-3 over the Patriots. Yeah, I kind of like Dallas to win this one by maybe about 10, but I think the Rams will.
I think a solid.
Dallas might get up by a couple scores. The Rams might close the gap a little bit, and then Dallas might get, it might be kind of like a game where it goes like from 14-7, to
back and forth there.
Yeah, to 10-3, and then back.
I'm with you. I think Dallas covers the 6 easily. I think that's the way to go on the board with that one. Minnesota 3-4, traveling to Green Bay, who was 2-4, so they've already had their bye. And let's see. Packers tight end Luke Musgrave is out. Oh no, he's questionable. He's questionable for today. Nwangwu, running back from Minnesota. They can't afford a running back out. He is out with an illness today. I looked at both teams. Defensively, I think they both have a bunch of holes. Neither team can run the football effectively, but boy, oh boy, when it comes to throwing, that's not even close. Minnesota's got so many more weapons, and they got a better quarterback. Minnesota, this ball game, the Packers are favored by one.
Was Aaron Jones, I think, one of the running backs the Packers do have. Wasn't he out last week?
He's back.
He's back. Well, between him and was it Dylan? A guy named Dylan, last name Dylan.
It may be Dylan.
They have a couple guys that are, or at least last year, had some games where they did some good job on running the football. Hey, Tim. So I mean, I think if they could get those two guys going, get them some carries, and they could have
a legit chance.
Have a chance. Yeah,
right.
They're going to have to be able to at least get some yards on the ground, I think, to stay with Minnesota's passing offense.
Yeah. I just 60 minutes. I don't see Green Bay sticking with this team. I like the Vikes.
Yeah, I like Minnesota too.
Yeah, Vikes is the play here, guys. Vikes are the play. Saints at the Colts. Saints have an offensive lineman, James Hurst, out with an ankle. Let's see.
Saints do or the Colts?
Saints do. But the Colts have their tackle, Braden Smith, out with a hip. Kylan Granson, tight end, is out. And the cornerback, Juju Brents, with a quad. They're all out today. Taysom Hill for the Saints is questionable with a chest injury. Jimmy Graham is questionable. They've got a lot of players.
Olave was arrested or something, wasn't he, during the week?
Oh yeah, Chris Olave. I think he's out. Well, no, he's on the start list. He's going to get the start today.
Okay,
so he's not out. Me and Keith see this one totally different. The Colts are favored by 1.5 at home. And anytime I see a team that's favored by less than 3 at home, it makes me think Vegas thinks the other team's just a little better. I think the Saints are a little better. Now, Anthony Richardson is out. I guess he's not. I think he's out for the year. So that makes it, that now we know they're going to go have their backup quarterback in there. The Saints, they've got their same old. And if you ask Harris, that means an automatic loss for them, being the Saints having Carr. I don't know. Something makes me think the Saints actually show up today, play well. I like the Saints play. Keith, 1.5. He says the Colts cover here. We're split on this one, so if you guys run this one.
The games up there in Indianapolis seem like they're kind of wild and crazy this year. What was it, like game last week against Cleveland? They had the one against the Rams that was kind of a back and forth type of shootout.
Lucas Oil Stadium gets some bad bounces and some weird bounces too.
And I just don't know if the Saints win a game like that. Their offense to me is a little bit.
I think this is my one bold prediction of the week. Saints get a pick 6 this week. Let's see if it happens.
They do have a good defense.
Huh? Yeah.
Saints do, I think, have a pretty good defense, especially on that.
Let's see if they get a pick 6 this week. New Orleans. I'm sorry. New England, the Patriots. Traveling down to Miami. New England 2-5, big win last week. Miami 5-2. They're playing down at Hard Rock Stadium. No big name players are out this week. Raheem Mostert.
That's because the Patriots don't really have any.
Raheem Mostert, the running back, is questionable this week. Jalen Ramsey is questionable. Cam Smith. So both of their starting corners are questionable for Miami this week. They're at home. They're 9.5-point favorites. I think it's too many points. That's just me. I think the Patriots will keep it within that 9 or less, they're not going to win the game. I don't think they will. 23-14, I like the Dolphins winning, but not covering. Keith went 36-20. He likes the Dolphins covering this game.
Yeah, and it might not even be that close. I mean, I'm just going kind of the Patriots did put a good effort out there against the Bills last week, pulled out that win. If I don't know if that says more about the Bills than it does the Patriots. The Bills have just been a team that just they look really great. Sometimes they did when they played the Dolphins, but then other times they just look like
they're like a fun house. They're like a fun house
on themselves or something.
Right. And they're like a fun house with mirrors, and you just don't know which way they're looking at you. One minute to the next. It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy.
I think the Patriots. That's why I gave them 20 points. If their offense doesn't play sound football, if Jones goes out there and throwing interceptions, I mean it's going to be a ball, even bigger ball out though.
Could be. Jets at the Giants. Jets are 3-point favorite in this game. Daniel Jones is out. Neck injury. Gary Brightwell, running back for the Giants, out with a hamstring. Darren Waller, their tight end, out. He's questionable. Offensive tackle Andrew Thomas, doubtful with a hamstring. Evan Neal, remember that was one of their first picks. Questionable with. So their offensive line is a mess right now. Kayvon Thibodeau, a couple years ago, their first-round pick, questionable. Randall Cobb for the Jets is questionable, yes. I tell you, it's hard for me to look at this game and think the Giants have a legit chance of winning this game. I just think I saw 3 points and the Jets were favored by 3. I jumped on this as my lock of the week. The Giants would almost have to play a perfect game against a great defense. And I don't see it happening. How about you, Keith?
No, I think the Jets defense is what's the difference in this one. And, the Giants backup quarterback, Taylor, is it?
Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah. He had some numbers last week against Washington, but so did Fields and pretty much everybody else they played passing the football. I don't think he does that against the Jets.
No. So we both like the Jets and bet the house on that one.
But Jets need to just protect the football.
If they run the football 50 times,
play field position.
Yep, they will win. They will win. Yeah. Jacksonville Jags at Pittsburgh, 5-2 against 4-2. Played. They call it a Chrysler Stadium now. It's the old Heinz Field. It's Three Rivers. I mean, it's Pittsburgh. Me and Keith don't agree on this one at all. Look, the Steelers do not. Their quarterback is the same way as some of these other quarterbacks we've been talking about. That they're on the side of a milk carton pretty much. But the one thing about the Steelers, their defense is not on a milk carton. Steelers' defense is real.
Yeah,
that's the one thing. The Jags offense, boy, oh boy, what are you going to get this week? I mean, that's what scares me about Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence, they've won 5 games, and he's really played 3 good games. The other 4 games, he's not played that great. Their defense picked him up at least a couple of times. I know the Jags are favored by 2. I'm split on this game a lot with Keith. I think the Steelers are a field goal better this game, 19-16. Keith picks the Jags 27-21. Probably don't touch this game because it should be one of the games of the week right here. It's really a good game. Should be.
Yeah, I just look at it. I think the Jaguars' offense is going to be a little more productive than Pittsburgh's. And yeah, Pittsburgh's got a good defense. I think Jacksonville's defense is decent. I just think overall Jacksonville's a little better team, and we'll find a way to put
It's going to be a good game. Yeah, I'm just thinking Pittsburgh's defense maybe ends up getting a pick six. We'll see. Falcons at the Titans. The Falcons are a 1-point favorite going to Nashville to play the Titans. I don't see it. I really don't. They're playing outside. I know Tannehill is out. That's okay. We're going to get to see the kid from Kentucky, right?
Yeah, Will Levis. We get to see his debut right here. And look, if he has a couple of bad series, they'll bring a kid from Liberty in. They've got quarterbacks. Is it?
Malik Willis, yeah. They've got quarterbacks. A lot of people say, well, if you got 3 quarterbacks, you got no quarterbacks. Sometimes that's right, but with Tannehill out, I don't think it hurts to have 2 good quarterbacks or 2 totally different quarterbacks. And that's the thing. Levis is a pocket passer. Malik Willis can throw the ball 40 yards down the field, but he can also run the ball 30.
I think both of them will see some playing time today, regardless.
Probably. I just think they're the better team here in this spot. I do not feel good about that quarterback for the Falcons, Desmond Ridder. He does not make me feel good when he's on the road anytime. And today, I think it's a little breezy out there in Nashville. This could be a game where the Titans, if they get to run into football, can run it down their throat and make it a 30-point game. I don't think it happens. I got them 17-13. You got them 23-20. We both like the Titans in this ball game.
Do you think Heineke sees any playing time this year, even if Ridder doesn't get hurt?
Probably not, because they are so high on Ridder. But I think right now he would be the better option for him. He gives him a legit chance of winning. Every time he got on the field with a subpar Washington Commanders team last year, they had legit chances of winning. It's just once a team is stuck on a quarterback, that they label him. That's
they don't want to get in his head and have him feeling like his job's going to get yanked out from underneath him. So
yeah. Philadelphia Eagles heading to FedEx Field to play the Washington Commanders. The Eagles are 6.5-point favorites, and I laughed. I absolutely laughed when I heard this. Yeah, the Washington Commanders kept it close in Philly. That game's over. That game is done with. Jalen Hurts, 9 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. I know he's playing bad. He still finds ways to win. They're 6-1. 6-1. Nobody in the league's got a better record than them right now. Nobody's undefeated. Nobody. Wow. I just, under no circumstances today do I see Washington winning this game, Keith.
No, and I don't know how that locker room in Washington is doing right now. I just kind of think that there might be losing, the coaching staff might be losing them a little bit. We have to see, but it could get a lot worse before it gets better. However, I don't think that they're going to show up just like throwing in the towel right away this week. I think that they'll try to play tough with the Eagles. I just don't think they have the ingredients to make it a close game. So I just think the Eagles.
I think 2 touchdowns
play a lot more sound. Yeah, I think the Eagles.
I think 2 touchdowns would almost be a rah-rah moment for them if they could keep it within that. I don't think they will, though. I don't think they will. Cleveland Browns, 4-2, going to Lumen Field out in Seattle. They're 4-2 to play the Seahawks. Seahawks are a 2.5-point favorite this week. And me and Keith both feel the same way. We're going against the world here. I like the Browns in this game. The Seahawks quarterback scares me more than anything because I don't know what you get. That's another one you don't know what you get. The Browns, we know Deshaun Watson is out. We know that. Marquise Goodwin, a wide receiver, he's questionable. But Tyler Lockett for the Seahawks, he's also questionable this week. I think it's bigger for the Seahawks to lose their receivers than I do for the Browns. I think the Browns are going to want to run the football against this team. I think they can do it. I just think it's going to be one of those dirty games, 26-24. Keith's got it 27-21. Seahawks are favored. We're going against the grain. We like the Browns here.
I just like Myles Garrett to cause enough trouble to help his team win the way he did last week. You got your dirty son?
I do. You may get it out?
Yeah. Dirty game.
It's going to be a dirty game. Ravens. Baltimore Ravens traveling to Arizona. It's hard to believe Arizona's 1-6. They're 1-6. It looks like every week they play somebody tough. And their one win's Dallas, right?
Yep.
So, yeah. So
they had the Giants that looked like buried at halftime, and then it's like they switched uniforms at halftime. The two teams.
Right. They went from being the Cardinals to the Chickens, and it was over with.
Yeah, in a KFC farm.
Yeah, the Ravens are the real deal, though. There's no doubt about that. We know that. Kyler Murray is only doubtful this week. He's not even out. He won't play, though. This is a game I think the Cardinals could stay in it. Kind of like you was talking about one of the other games a little while ago, the Rams and the Cowboys. The Ravens get up by 10, Cardinals score 3. The Ravens get up by 17, the Cardinals score a touchdown, make it 10. I think it will be chasing their tail the whole game. 8 points. I think they win by 9, 26-17. Keith likes it 31-21. If the Ravens don't trip over themselves, they win this game. Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, if Jackson has a fairly good game, they're going to win.
Chiefs and the Broncos. 8.5 points, and we both like them by 25 or more.
The Broncos looks like going to start unloading some players. The Jerry Jeudy's rumored to be getting traded.
Jerry Judy's on the trade block. Jerry Jeudy, it may end up being a Dallas Cowboy. Jerry Jeudy could also end up being a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Biggest upset of the year if they win this game?
Well, I mean, you'd have
so
to
far.
Yeah,
What's been the biggest upset so far? The Cardinals and Cowboys. Would this exceed that?
Yeah,
I think so too. Yeah, I don't care if they are playing at home. I don't care if they are playing in Mile High, in Power Stadium, whatever the hell you want to call it. Let's say it this way. I think 15 and 87 could both take a day off. I think they still win. That's me. If they both didn't start.
Would you say 87?
Kelsey and Mahomes. They both could sit the bench. I say they still would win.
Defense is pretty good, I guess. I don't know who the backup quarterback for Kansas City is.
But I think it's probably got to be better than what Denver's got. I think they'd win. Yeah, this is one week. I think talent. They get talent. It's just all the way across the board. Chiefs win easily. Another 4:30 game Eastern time. Bengals at the 49ers.
I don't remember what I picked for a final score in that Kansas City game.
38-13.
And you had
38-10.
Blaine Gabbert is the backup for the Chiefs. Blaine Gabbert was playing in one of those other leagues.
49ers.
A couple of them. Yeah, but he was playing with in one of those other football leagues. I don't remember if it was the USFL or the World Football League or that AAF or whatever. But
love how the Jets gave up on McCole Hardman and sent him back to the Chiefs. Bengals 49ers.
Yeah, Hardman was like their number 2 or 3 receiver a couple of years ago in Kansas City.
49ers are 5.5 point favorites today over the Bengals. Deebo Samuel's out. Deebo is out. Bengals running back Chase Brown is out. Brock Purdy is questionable, and I am hearing right now that he's most likely going to play. It looks like he's probably going to play today. I like the Niners here. This is a perfect play for them to come back and play well. They lay it. The only thing going against them, didn't they play Monday night? I think they played Monday night. So they got one less day of rest.
Against Minnesota Monday night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah. Yeah. Minnesota 22-17 Monday night. That's the only thing going against the Niners in this game. They're coming home. The Bengals are having to travel out west, and it's still a good travel even from Cincinnati out there. It's still a 3-hour flight. Man, I tell you what, there's one thing that can cure a defensive team's ills is if you're facing one of the 5 worst offensive lines in football. And the Bengals have that. I mean, they are not good up front. Burrow, I got a feeling he's going to be running for his damn life today. I really believe that. That being said, I don't think the Bengals are going to fold their tent and just give up. I like them to cover, though. I like the Niners to cover 33-27. Keith likes the Niners to win, but not to cover. 5.5. He said 27-23. He likes the Niners, but not to cover. Let's see. Tonight's game. How about this one? The Bears and the Chargers. Now, NBC has got to be just tickled around the gills to have this fucking game tonight. Oh, boy. You imagine. No World Series to go against. A few NBA games and a few NHL games, and then Sunday Night Football presents Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Chargers. Click.
So
a lot of people gonna cut the damn TV off. Not even will go to nothing else.
Well, which quarterback are you more interested in watching tonight in that game?
I want to see the kid from Chicago. What's his name?
Tyson Bagent. Yeah.
Pagent or something. Pagent or something. Yeah. I want to see him play. I want to see him. I think there's a good chance he gets traded at the deadline. I really do. I think there's a hell of a chance he gets traded at the deadline. I know Washington is even talking about maybe trying to get him. It'd be something. It would be something if he actually went to a team and helped him out. I know he's a rookie. Yeah, this and that. 2-5 Bears, 2-4 Chargers. Fields is out. That's what everybody's worried about. Fields is out. So, man, I tell you what, Chargers are favored by 8.5. I laughed when I heard that number. I don't give a damn who is quarterbacking for the Bears. The Chargers are not 8.5 points better than anybody in the damn league right now. I'm including the Panthers. If the Panthers came to the Chargers tomorrow, if the Chargers are 8.5-point favorites, I'm taking the Panthers. Do you see the Chargers beating this team by 9 points tonight?
I think it's possible, Rob, because I mean, you got maybe this is a game. Austin Eckler has a big game. Keenan Allen still there.
Bears have a decent run defense. So the Bears actually have a run defense. They have that. And their defense is not the worst in the world. Their problem is trying to put points on the board themselves. I think I actually early in the week put this score down. I think it's probably going to be lower than this. 24-17 is what I put it down to be, and that's the Chargers winning by 7. I think both teams don't score that much. Keith got you put 24-20 Chargers.
What was your pick?
24-17. I don't think neither team's going to score 20. I'm going to go less than that now. I think I'm going to go less. Chargers, I don't see the Chargers covering 8.5 here. I really don't. I think both teams are going to play hell just scoring anytime. I think it's going to be tough. Monday night, Las Vegas Raiders 3-4 going to Detroit. A few weeks ago, we were saying they are the cream of the crop team. Now they're 5-2 in the NFC, going to Ford Field. Let's see, any big names? David Montgomery for the Lions, running back, he's out. Raiders. I mean, the Lions are only 7.5-point favorites here. I think it's low end, man. I really do. I just think the Lions have such a good defense. Me and Keith picked the identical score, and I swear to you, I did not show him the score before he picked it. 41-17. And this is Harris's lock for the week. I like the Lions huge in this game. Keith?
Yeah, I don't. The Raiders, I mean, McDaniel, I don't think he's going to keep that job very long. I just think that's showing once again, just like in Denver, it's just not going to work. And
right now, if you were betting, you had $20 and somebody said if you win 500. Who's the first coach you think is going to get out of here? Is it McDaniel? Is it Denver's coach? Is it Washington's coach? Carolina's coach has got to be under fire.
Yeah, the first year coaches, so you would think that they're going to at least finish a year.
How about Arizona's coach?
Well, that's another one. He's only been. Is this his first year?
Oh, is it okay? They fired it. Okay, they fired him when they had last year. Okay.
I don't know. I'm not that confident that any certain one coach is going to get fired, but I mean, the Chargers coach has got to be on the hot seat.
And he's been around a long time. He's been around a few years.
I mean, McDaniel, I don't think he would be the first one to go. Although that's a mess. The Bears have won a couple games more recently, so that their coach might be safe.
Probably the Chargers. I think if I was betting, I'd say the Chargers coach would be the first one to go.
It could be. I mean, it depends on how. If they win a couple games, that'll keep him safe for a while. But yeah, I don't really see anybody that stands out right now to me that. Because, I mean, things were looking really bad for the Bears. Eberflus here before their Commanders game.
Yeah. You are right.
What do you think is the biggest chance, or what do you think is an upset to kind of look out for today, though? A possible upset that not by a team that's underdog by 1 or 2 points, but somebody that's like
by more than 4 points.
Yeah, somebody
By
that.
more than 4.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Let's see. Eagles are 6.5. I just don't see it. Cowboys are 6. I don't see it. Dolphins 9.5. I don't see it. 49ers 5.5. I guess it could happen. Chiefs 8.5. No. Ravens 8. No. Chargers 8.5. That's it right there. That's it right there. That's
Bears.
I think the Bears could win that ball game outright.
I see
think
Seattle as a 4-point favorite. So that one would be one that would qualify the 4 points.
Yeah, they came out to gate 2.5, so I got them as 2.5 point.
But I think the Bengals are a team that also. I mean, the 49ers have looked fairly beatable the last couple of weeks and have been.
Yeah. Their defense looked like shit. That's the thing. That's the part you don't think is going to be bad. And their defenses look like garbage.
Yeah. So I mean,
that's not what,
Dallas,
even
Dallas,
bad teams,
Cleveland and Minnesota.
Even bad teams, when they play their worst, you expect their defense, just off of talent alone, to be able to do something, and it don't happen that way. When the offense keeps putting their defense out there on the field, it hurts. It hurts. What's up, John? What's up, John?
On college, what's the AP? What's their new top 10 going to be?
Wow. Let's see. I got their top 10. I got the top 25 last week.
When do they come out with it?
2:00
today.
Yeah. No changes in the top 5. Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, Florida State, Washington. Ooh, let's see. Who do I like next? How about Oregon 6th?
I could see that.
Yeah. How about Texas 7th? Wow. Alabama 8th. How about that?
Do you think they'll jump Texas over Oklahoma, seeing they just lost? They lost Oklahoma, though, head-to-head.
You're right. It may not happen. It may be Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, Florida State, Washington. I'll go Oregon 6th. Wow. Shit, I'm going to go Penn State 7th. I'll go Oklahoma 8th. Texas 9th.
So you're going to drop Alabama a spot?
I don't know. That's hard, man. They didn't play this week, did they?
I don't think so. I don't think they Michigan and Alabama, I think, were idle.
Yeah. That's tough. I don't know. Maybe you put Alabama in there and then put I still think Oklahoma's a top 10 team. That's just me. Yeah, they lost to a good team. People are underestimating Kansas. I think Kansas is a top 25 team.
Yeah,
they got beat.
Oregon might jump both Oklahoma and Texas, but it's hard to have them jump Texas because Texas put a whooping on BYU. So I mean, it's hard to.
Yeah.
I mean, normally they would probably put Texas at Oklahoma, but the only thing is they got where Oklahoma beat them.
And the fact is,
so
2
I
weeks,
still think
weeks
they
ago,
do it though. I still think they're going to.
We were hearing this. there may not be a team in the SEC in the playoffs. And look at the Pac-12 now. It's a shambles. How many Pac-12? One Pac-12 team undefeated, right? That's it.
I still have a feeling Oklahoma's going to drop to like number 9, and Texas, Oregon, and Alabama are all going to move up like one spot.
It could
Penn
happen.
State might still stay at number 10.
It could happen. Isn't only one Pac-12 team undefeated? Washington.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. 3 weeks ago, we were talking about 5. 3 weeks ago, we were talking about 5 teams that could do something. That's how quick shit changes, man.
Yeah, University of Swiss cheese, pretty much.
Oh, yeah. 50 to 49. How about a 50 to 49? Because how bad that is. Yeah, 49 points. There's no way. How about this one, Keith? Let's just suppose USC got into the playoff and got to play Georgia. What do you think their percentage chance would be to beat that team?
3.
I don't think it'd be 10.
I don't know. It would probably actually be a little higher than that.
I don't think it'd be 10. I don't think it'd be a 1 in 10.
7 or 8 is probably what they'd put it at.
What do you think, Tim? The percentage chance that USC could beat Georgia, I would say less than 5.
Yeah, James Madison, 3.9.
Yeah. Let's see what Tim says. I would say less than 5 points.
By the way, Old Dominion, that's where Heineke played.
Old Dominion.
Yeah. 0.0001%.
Look at Tim's percentage. Look at Tim's percentage. It wouldn't be much. It wouldn't be much. I just don't think he can hang with the big boys. I don't think they could beat Michigan. I don't think they could beat Ohio State. I just don't. Pac-12 and the Big 12, I think it's the same. A whole lot of the same. Now the Big 12 has no undefeated teams.
Mm-hmm.
Shit's going. Right now, what have we got in the top 5? At the top 5 undefeated teams or 4?
5.
Let's see. Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, Florida, Washington. And we know one of them's not going to be undefeated. Yep. I don't think 4 of them will be.
So
what do you think right now?
What's that?
We got Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, Florida State, and Washington right now undefeated.
Yeah.
How many of those 5 teams stay undefeated after the regular season? Before the championship games in their conference. I'm just
probably Georgia, Michigan, and Florida State.
I'm not even going to bet on. I'm not going to bet on Washington. Not now.
Yeah.
Florida State still got Miami, don't they? I believe they do.
Yeah, they do. But I'm going to say Florida State will finish unbeaten. And see, Washington's probably through the toughest part of their schedule. Well, they got USC and Utah coming up, though.
Yeah.
Florida State, Washington, they'll probably drop a game or 2.
And right now, you like Michigan better than Ohio State.
Yeah, a little bit.
Let's see Georgia's schedule. University of Georgia football schedule. They got Missouri next week. They got Missouri.
Who does?
Georgia. Missouri, Ole Miss, Tennessee, top 25 teams. They still got to play. in Georgia Tech. I think you're going to lose. I think they lose. I really do.
You picked them to lose
Michigan?
this week.
Huh?
You picked them to lose this week.
I did. I thought they would, but I still say they're going to lose somewhere. Washington, I think, loses. I think Florida State I think there's a good chance there's only one undefeated team at the end of this year. Wouldn't that be some shit? Yeah, that's crazy. I am going to go and get ready to watch some football today. Keith, parting shots. Anything that you think is going to happen today that you want to tell the world?
I'm going to get back to the schedule.
Steelers get a pick six and beat the Jags. That's my big takeaway from it. Tell us why the Commanders are going to stay in the game with the Eagles.
Oh, gosh, you got to give me a couple hours to prepare something like that. I don't know. I just have a feeling the Bengals are going to – it could give the 49ers a real scare today. And it's hard to imagine them losing 3 games in a row, but it could happen.
Yeah.
And I mean, the Panthers shouldn't really be competitive with the Texans, but then it's crazy.
They're at home. They are at home.
The season's been weird, though, and saw what happened to the Lions against the Ravens. That was on the road, but I don't know. That one could be kind of a surprise.
Jets, Giants.
Yeah, I don't really see that. I just think, again, the Jets, as long as they play field position, protect the football, let their defense do what it does, I think that they'll outlast the Giants. I don't see their Giants offense doing a whole lot.
John, in 2 weeks, me and the wife, we got some stuff going on that weekend, sadly. Well, actually, I think we got a party or two right here in the neighborhood, so we're going to be here sticking close by. Sure will be. Yep. We will be back here for after the 4:00 games and trying to get maybe a 30-minute wrap up on the day. For Keith, my name's Rob. Y'all have a great rest of your day.